What's up, guys? We're back with our next round of Dungeon Crusade. So this should be an interesting round, a very interesting round, but we'll see if we can make some headway. So, of course, this is the beginning, which means we're doing our upkeep, and we don't have any afflictions, we don't have any torches, we don't have anything to unchannel, so we don't have any essence. So we have to do initiative tokens. So I think what I'm doing with this set of initiative tokens is I'm actually going to give the first set of initiative tokens to the Battle Mage, because I want to try to get her up close to the Crusader, to the Paladin, so that he can help take out, get that weapon swap, so she's got a 2 weapon, and he can get that 3 damage T2 weapon, and we'll go from there. And then, of course, 4, 5, and 6 will go on him to go last. So that is going to be our upkeep phase. Pretty easy, pretty simple for that. We're going to draw an encounter. Oh, okay. There's our encounter. Brazier led the way down a darkened path that leads deeper into this forbidden lair. So, nothing happens there. We like those. That's the encounter. Guardian, we don't have any guardian phase because remember we are at our max. And just like that, we are into the hero phase. So the first thing I want to do actually is, before either of our heroes go, remember Albus has some healing potions and Ultra Juice to hand out. So we're actually going to start with him, I think, and see if we can get him, how far north we can get him to hand those off, so that our Battle Mage can maybe get those to the Paladin and do some good that way. Now, unfortunately, if we look over here where our footman's at, remember that this guy is a raiding minion right now. He's trying to get to right over here. So, more than likely, unless something drastically changes, probably he's going to make it out, because there's no way that I can deal with the mage and get her to the Paladin to kill the Guardian before that minion gets out. So that's just something to consider, something to know. So let's go over here and let's start Albus. He's in town right now, so he'll have 2 full moves. If we get decent movement, hopefully we can do something with that, but we'll see. I think we can make it happen, but let's just see what happens. Alright, here we are. So we've got our entrance tile here, our siege tile here. So we're going to put Albus, he's in the starting area here, and he's going to have, remember, two sets of movement, D6 plus 6. Let's see what he gets. We have 4, so pretty decent. Let's see, we'll actually start in here because that'll save us the move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's his first movement. And his second movement. Okay, that's a 5, so that's an 11 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to leave him right there, because she's going to have to go around in this corner. So he is actually next to the Battle Mage, which is good. So a couple things are actually going to happen, that being the case. He's going to do a trade. So he's going to trade all of the potions. So remember, we've got 3 healing, and 1 ultra juice. That's going to the battle mage, and then the battle mage is actually going to give him 1,000 gold because that's all he can hold, and the battle mage is also going to get the pickaxe since she's there. So now she will have the option to mine. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, and that takes care of Albus. So now let's go to the actual battle mage, and we'll have her first activation. Alright, so here you are, the battle mage. Now, you can't see it very well unless I move her, but there's a trap that we're going to have to encounter. But remember, she does have some potions. So I'm actually... going to... She's got 6 out of 10 health. I think she's going to encounter the trap first. She's going to move and encounter the trap first. And then, hopefully, after that, then she can take the potion. Oh, you can't see that. That's a 2. So that's a total of 4 movement. With her first of... tokens down here. The first action is going to be a move action. She's going to go 1, and then we're going to draw a card. Alright, so here is our trap deck. So I'm going to draw the top card. Let's go ahead and take this off. And remember, we just used 1, so we still have put this over here. So she still has 3 movement left when we get done. So this top card is going to be the trap. And we're going to have to actually go through 2 of these, aren't we? Man, that's rough. Okay, here we go. First trap, because probably there's going to be 2 of these. Let's see what ridiculousness Roger has for us this time. Oh! Okay, I'm going to be honest. I didn't think those even existed in this deck. Misfire. The gods of Avalon are with this hero today. This trap is misfired. Wow. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. Alright. Well, she's got 3 more moves. So 1, 2, 3. Man, to be honest, that was awful lucky. I'm kind of tempted to go ahead and... I think I'm just going to go ahead and use one of those potions to get her to full health, just because who knows what's going to happen. And I would rather be at full health with this deck of evil things. So yeah, she's going to go ahead and use the potion to heal to full. So she'll be at 10 health and 5 essence. Okay, cool. Alright, so our next activation is going to be movement. Keep rolling low. I was a 2. So that's only 4. So 1, 2, trap. There's no way we're not getting lucky twice. Nope. There it is. Poison darts. Wandering down a corridor, this hero notices huge stone skulls embedded in the dungeon wall. All of a sudden, the poison darts begin to shoot out the eye sockets. This hero must test agility 17 5 separate times to avoid being struck. On a success, they dodge the dart. On a fail, roll 1d6. The d6 represents a poison dart. On a result of 5 to 6, the dart misses the hero. For each result that is 1 to 4, the hero is struck. The hero loses 2 essence and 1 health. This ends the hero's turn. Okay, so now see, this is where I'm kind of like confused a little bit. It says that you test it 5 separate times On a fail, roll a d6. Oh, okay. The way this one is worded, it doesn't sound like some of them are like if you fail. Yeah, it says this ends the hero's turn at the end. I'm assuming that I'm supposed to roll 5 times. And then after I roll 5 times, then I roll a d6 for each time that I fail. So 17, and her agility is 1. So 16 plus 5 times. These traps, man, you basically just better assume you're going to lose a crap ton of life. Alright, so that's 1 fail. Let's keep our fail counter up here. That's 1 fail. It's 2 fails. We gotta do this 5 times. 3 fails. 4 fails. Oh, the last time. That is a fail. 5 fails. So we failed 5 times. So, for each fail, on a fail, roll a d6. Oh, gosh. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5. So we'll just roll these all at one time. We want 5 and 6. Okay, well, so that's... Oh, shoot, you can't see that. Not too bad. So these 2 were nothing happens. It misses the hero. These 3 are not. So the hero loses 2 essence and 1 health each time this happens. So that's going to be... We'll just process these one at a time. Let's go to her sheet and let's process these one at a time. Alright, here we are at her sheet. So we're going to process these. We'll process these one at a time. Remember, we had 3 of these that we've got to process. So the loss is 2 essence and a health. So she has at 5 health. This is for the first one. 4, she goes to 3. She loses health, goes to 10, 9. First one processed. Second one, she loses 2 essence and a health. So she goes 3, 2 to 1. She loses a health. She's down to 8 health, 1 essence. Third roll, she loses 1 essence. Then she can't lose an essence, so she loses a health. That puts her to 7, and then she loses 1 more health for the actual health damage she's supposed to lose. And there you go. So she basically is back to where she started with less essence, but she didn't die. I mean, it's the small things in life, right? She didn't die. That's the most important part. Alright, cool. Yeah. That was actually only her first activation. So she still has 1 more activation. She actually has 2 more activations. So she's going to be able to get to him. She's not going to be able to use her... I was hoping she was going to be able to use her spell to attack, but I don't think she is. But she is going to be able to give that Ultra Juice, and hopefully that Ultra Juice will help the Paladin when he attacks Dreadthorn, because he can use Consecrate Ground and drop all the warfare rolls against Dreadthorn by 4 to make him hopefully hit like a Mack truck. That's the theory anyway, but we all know how theories in this game work. So let's go back over to the Battle Mage now that we processed those and continue with her second activation. Alright, here we are with her next activation. So it's activation 2. So activation 2. And she is going to try to get to the Paladin. She's going to be moving a lot. So 4, so that's 6, right? And remember, because she's the same class, when she comes within range 4 of Dreadthorn, nothing's going to happen. He's not going to switch targets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then second activation, same thing again. 4, 1, 2. She can stop there because they are adjacent for the purposes of trading and whatnot. That's okay. Movement, you can't move diagonally, but you could trade because you're considered adjacent. So let's get some trading going on. All right, so here is how the trade is going to go. She's going to give him all of these potions, 2 health potions, and the ultra juice. Good. Then they're going to trade bows. So he's going to give her this bow. That's the one that he has been running with. And then she's going to give him this T2 bow. But he also, remember, he had this other footman sword. He's going to unequip that because there's basically no point in having that equipped because you would use the bow. So he's basically going to unequip that and not be using that. So this bow goes to her, and then these will go to him, with basically the war bow being the primary means of everything. So that takes care of that. Now she still has one more activation, so let's see where she's gonna go. Alright, so I think, as tempting as it is to attack with her, she doesn't have a whole lot of health. And 2, 4, 5, she could potentially lose 5. Well, if she failed every roll against the Guardian, if she failed every roll against the Guardian, I guess they still leave her with 1. Surely she'll hit at least once. She's got a good chance of hitting at least once. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just have her attack the Guardian. Alright, here we are. She's right next to it. This will be her 3rd and final activation. So we'll roll. Hey, she's got enough to get there. 1. Boom. She's going to fight the Guardian. So let's go over here and get some battling done. Alright, here we go. Here's our combat. So Dreadthorn doesn't have any kind of special abilities. Doesn't have any damage on him. He has mythical, ranged, and spiritual for his warfare types. You can see she's got, for mythical, a -2, a ranged, a 0, but actually she's got a +2 with the bow, and then spiritual she has a -3, but a +3 for ranged, and she's got a +3 with this bow, a -3 on her sheet, so that's a wash for spiritual. So, let's see what happens. So we're going to take our D3, and we're going to see what we go with first. We're going with spiritual first. So we're going to flip spiritual. Boom. And we're going to roll. Spiritual is, we use the correct colored dice since Roger did include those in the game. So this is her spiritual roll. Remember, this is a Guardian combat, so she doesn't use Final Strike die. That's only for minions. So spiritual, she's going to need an 11 or better. And she's got a -3 from her board and then a +3 from the bow. So 11 or better for 2 damage. If she fails, she's going to take a damage. She fails. So as expected, she goes down to 5. And that takes care of spiritual. So the next is either going to be mythical or ranged. It's not mythical or ranged. Alright, that was a 2. So ranged is next. She's got a +3 to this. She needs a 13, so that means she needs a 10 or better. with ranged. So let's see how she does with ranged. 10 or better. 7 and a 5 is a 10. So he is going to take 2 damage. So let's put that on here. And then, of course, that is the last one. So that is what we're rolling with mythical. She's a 14. She's got a -2. She needs a 16. And if she fails, which she probably will, she's going to take 2 damage. But we'll see. Yeah. That's a great roll at D20. That is not a good roll at D6. So she fails. She's going to take 2 damage. 5, 4. She's now down to 3. But hey, she gave it a shot, right? And that was the first action of her activation. And that takes care of that. So, yeah, she's done for this round. As that was, like I said, her last activation. Move and attack mini guardian. Yeah. So she still has 1 action. So I think she's actually gonna head back south. She did a little damage to him, right? So she helped out our paladin, who hopefully is gonna go next and absolutely wreck Dreadthorn. So she's gonna head back south, and so she can maybe do some mining and pick up that treasure chest before we get teleported out of here. So let's go back to her on the board and let's have her moving and grooving south. All right. So with her second action, remember she used her first action to attack Dreadthorn. She's gonna run. Oh gosh, keep rolling over, y'all can't see it. It's actually a 6. So she's got 8 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she hit him and ran away. And next up is Carrick. We'll go ahead and roll for him. Well, actually, first thing that's going to happen is he's going to quaff the potions. So he's going to go back to full health of 13, plus going to get 6 essence. So let's do that first. All right, so I've already done it. So he is there. There is his stats currently, right? So he's now at 13. So he's fully healed, and he has 6 essence. So, and those, remember, is a free action. If we look at our reference card, drink a potion, right? So those are all free actions, and we did that 3 times. So, right. Now we'll start his actual first turn proper, or his first activation, and he is going to move and attack the Guardian. Remember, he can only attack the Guardian once. So I'm hoping we can kill him, because he already has 2 damage on him. We just need 2 hits, and he's got pretty decent stats for ranged, and the other ones aren't terrible. So I'm hoping that he can do that. He does have, remember, he's got 3 activations, so he could potentially duel this Guardian up to 3 times. And remember, again, keep in mind that this is the solo playthrough, right? This is the solo mode. So under normal circumstances, you'd need to be rallying heroes to do damage to this guy, to rally heroes up there to help you do damage when you did an action, and that would be using their whole turn. So just keep that in mind, that solo is different. I do want to go back and do it as intended, though, because I think that's, when I've played it in the past, I really enjoyed that, because it's it really becomes a puzzle because you got to decide who gets what kind of gear to offset their weaknesses, and then you got to decide what order they go in, and that makes a huge difference because when you go to rally, who's by you, you kind of, set yourself up in squads. I guess you would kind of really think of it as setting yourself up kind of like in squads, or at least that's the way I think of it. You have like one party, but then your party kind of splits, and it's like these three, 2 or 3 people go handle this thing, and then these other 2 or 3 people go handle this other thing. So anyway, let's go over him to him on the dungeon map, and let's get him attacking this guardian. Alright, here we are back at the dungeon map. We've got our tokens to remind us of his first action, of his first activation. Here's his token for that. This is activation number 4. First action we said was a move. So, oh gosh. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1. Go right there. So he is going to battle him and hopefully take him out. Now, remember, he still has that lightning stone. So, he probably will take him out. I would prefer to keep that till later if I can, but we'll see. Alright, here we are, ready to rumble, as they say. Remember, he already has 2 damage on him. So, hopefully that will work in our favor. And I forgot to put these out. And remember, he has mythical, ranged, and spiritual. We're using this bow. It's a 3 damage bow, remember? This is the new one we got. He is not that particular type of monster, so we're not going to do extra damage. But we're going to get +4 to our ranged. Okay? So, let's start with first roll to see what we got going on here. Oops. And that ends up being a 2, which is awesome. So that is going to be ranged. He has a +0 from his board. He has a +4 from the bow. And we need a 13. So we need a 9 or better with these dice. Come on. Come on. Whoa, 5 and 11. That is more than enough. So that's going to be 3 damage. That's a total of 5 damage. He just needs 2 more. So if we can hit with one of these last 2, either mythical or spiritual, we're going to be good to go. And we have a -3 on mythical. We got a +4 on spiritual. So I think this is going to take him out. 3. Awesome. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted because that's the best one. And it will avoid taking 2 damage potentially. So, spiritual, cool. Now, please don't screw this roll up, Justin. We get a +4. We need an 11. So 11 minus 4 is 7 or better. If we fail, we take a damage. And I did not even I forgot to use my Consecrate Granum. Dang. Too late now. Alright. Ooh, that's an 8. So just barely, but we did it. So that's another 3 hits, or a total of 6, plus the 2 that he had on him is 8, which is 1 more than we need. We have completed and destroyed Dreadthorn. So he is going to go away. So this tracking token can come off because he's not tracking nobody. We'll take these out of the equation. So now we're going to do our loot roll. Come on, loot roll. You have screwed me, the other 2 guardians. Please don't screw me now. We need a 9 or 15 plus. So first of 2 rolls is an 11. Okay, that's good. So that is going to be 300 gold, which is way better than what we have been getting. So we got 300 gold. So he gets 300 gold. Second roll, I'd really like a 15 or better, but I'll take what I can get. there's an 8, which is not a 9. So, again, these stingy jerks. Okay, well, I mean, but he's done, right? He's defeated. So let's go to the dungeon UI board, and we're gonna mark that chapter closed, that book closed, and yeah, we're gonna be able to start moving and grooving. So basically we're just waiting to be teleported out. All right, so here we are at the dungeon UI board. So over here is our quest table. Kill the Guardians quest. We just completed that. We don't get anything for that, right? As far as essence or money or anything like that. But you'll notice now that means all 3 books are closed. We flipped that Elder Globe token over. So now we know that our level 1 quest table is completed. So what's going to happen now is next turn we're going to put a token here on the 3, and that token is going to start moving down, and we're going to be when we move it to teleport, we're going to be teleported out of the dungeon back into town where we can do our celebration day, where we can rest, relax, we can gear up, level up, and do a House of Chance game, which you haven't seen yet. You can do that randomly. You can pick one. I think I'm going to pick one, and I think I've decided it's either going to be the Tower of Terror, the Tower of Terror. That's a ride. The Tower, or it's going to be Bravely the Knight. I don't want to do the same one each day, so I'm thinking the 3 are going to be the Tower, Bravely the Knight, and then I don't know if I'm going to do Skulljack or what for the last one, but we'll get there when we get there. Also, don't forget, when we defeated Dreadthorn, he had some life force for us. As a matter of fact, he had 5 life force for us. So we're actually going to take and put 5 life force over here, right? So that means we've got 12 left, which is awesome. Now, if we look here in the Academy cards, remember we need to have at least 4 to level up our Battle Mage. So I think we've got that. She has the level 2 abilities, the 2 level 2 abilities, that she will be having access to once that happens. And those are the next level Ice Prism and the next level Spectral Sword. And you can see it's going to cost a total of 8 if we did both of those. You can kind of see. It's going to cost a total of 8 if we did both of those. Pretty expensive. So assuming that we did that, we need at least 12. So right now, we have enough to level her up and to pay for both of her special abilities. Now, the only downside to that is Albus needs 5 to level up. So I'd be nice if we could get that for him, but probably if yeah. So probably we're not going to do that unless we can just happen to get some life force between now and then, because remember, Albus can do that at any point in time. It doesn't have to be Celebration Day. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. And I think now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the dungeon, and remember, our Paladin has 2 more full activations, so I think what he's going to do is he is going to try to sprint for the entrance to try to stop that Goblin Footman potentially from being, as it is a raiding minion, getting out of the dungeon, and at least stop that process, and then he can go back and go into some more chambers if he wants to kind of clear those clear those out and maybe potentially get some loot if he's got enough room. He's gonna have to haul tail though. It's gonna be a lot of running. So let's go back to the board and complete out this particular activation 4 of our paladin. Alright, so here we are with our paladin, his second activation after defeating Dreadthorn. Thankfully, although I'm super disappointed in our golden loot rolls. We got stiffed by the Guardians big time. Yeah. So he's gonna be moving, heading south. 6, okay, that's an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's just gonna stop there. Might as well. Yeah, he might as well just stop there. Alright. So then we're gonna do his 5th activation. Or his next activation is activation 5. Alright, and I was gonna run down here and grab a treasure chest, but I think he's actually gonna backtrack and go into this chamber here. That is a level 1 monster. He should be able to take that out fairly easy. Champion. Important to note, champion, not minion. So I think that's what he's actually going to do this time. He'll roll. Yeah, he's got more than enough movement. He's got 7, so 1, 2. He's in the dungeon. And we got a level 1 monster. So let's go pull us a level 1 champion. And see what happens. Alright, let's see what we got. So this is our champion, level 1. And pick up the card. What do we got? A Vampiric Assassin. Oh, we've seen that before. Remember we had to fight those earlier, actually. Oh, interesting. And it's actually the same. It's the same monster type as the bow. So if he hits with a 3, he's going to kill it. He's going to really kind of overkill it with a 4. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's set out warfare types here. So we have mythical, spiritual, no, mythical, ranged, spiritual. Again, no final strike dice, just regular old combat. What are we going to start with? Whoa. We're going to start with mythical. His worst. He gets a -3 to this. We need an 11, so we actually need a 14 or better to hit. Tall order. Wow. Wow, okay. Well, he just straight up, right between the eyes with a bow, takes it out. Wow. Okay, cool. Well, it's destroyed. It's defeated. So notice that it does give us 2 life force, which everybody loves a life force. So we're gonna grab that. So there's the two life force it's gonna give us. And then we're going to roll. So close the book on that. We don't need those anymore. So we're going to roll for loot. We need a 7+ for money, 17+ to draw an item. 10, well, that's better than nothing. So the 7+ is met, which means we do get another 100 gold. Boom. And this life force is going to go to the, we'll put it over there with the rest of ours, so we can keep up with it. And that, that guy's defeated. Alright, so here we are, back over here. Alright, here we go. We're gonna move. Let's see how many we move. We're gonna move 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was our first action. And then our last action, actually, it's gonna go here. We need to try to get out there and stop that raider. We can come back to the treasure chest later. Alright. Actually, probably in hindsight, I probably should have waited till a quest table to maybe to pick up the treasures, because those rolls, well, no, it's totally random. It's not gonna matter. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. Yeah, so he's gonna head out again with his last action. This will be the final activation. It's final activation, final action. Good lord. It's a 6, so he's moving and grooving. Of course, that means this guy's gonna turn raiding, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this guy's going to go raiding, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to fight him on the way by. That's what we're going to do. So he does, because we're within 4 of him. He is going to convert immediately, post haste, as they say, into a raiding minion. So we're going to take one of our raid tokens here, and this is going to go on the red Siegebreaker, Orc Siegebreaker. Alright, so that takes care of that. And now let's go back to do a little bit of combat with our lovely Carrick Roan Paladin. Alright, here we go. Back over here with our Paladin. So we've got physical, chaos, and mythical for his warfare types. Remember, this is a minion, so we are going to be using the final strike. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll this. It's going to tell us which one of the warfare types we're going to combat with, and then we do a single roll, and that's it. Okay. Now, if we hit him, he only has 2 health. If we hit him, he's toast. But let's see what we're fighting. Okay, with number 3, of course. It is the worst one. Mythical. Okay, well. So we get a -3 to this. So he needs a 10, so that's actually a 13. So as long as one of these hits, we're okay. Alright, so our warfare roll totally missed, which means we take a damage. So we go from 13 to 12. But our final strike, yeah, that one connected. So he's going to smack him for 3 damage, which is more than enough to kill him. And that takes him out. We don't get any essence for that. We do a loot roll. If we get a 20, we'll get something. Oh my god. Really? So, okay, you guys tell me. How do we miss all those easy loot rolls with the Guardians, and then this trash mob Orc Siegebreaker? You know what? Here's what I think happened. I think he's greedy. I think he stole money and loot from the Guardians, and it's all been a shell game. That's what I think. Okay. Well, that's awesome. That usually doesn't happen. So he's gonna get 100 more gold. Boom. This guy's going to come off the board. So he's been defeated. And then we're going to draw from this big fat loot deck. So here's our loot deck. I'm going to draw the top card. And we get... Okay, it's a T2 Staff of Moon Fury. And it's +2. Oh, it's +2 damage. Interesting. Yeah, he's definitely going to equip that. I mean, why wouldn't he, right? So it's a +3 arcane with 2 damage, and then he's got a good bit with ranged and physical with his normal. He's got +8 with physical, so he can destroy stuff physical. Okay, that is not a bad loot roll. Not a bad loot roll at all. Let's put these back over here. Boom. All right, cool. So that actually ends his turn. So now we're going to go to, now we're going to go to the monster movement, and then that will end out this round. This has actually been a pretty good round, honestly. Much better than expected. I was not expecting. Well, I figured we'd kill the Guardian, but with the trap thing kind of worried me. So let's go to the monsters. Alrighty, so here we are with our monsters. Monster phase. Remember, the first thing that we do is we check to see, do we have enough monsters, right? Consult the minion population track. That is at 5. If there are fewer than that, value spawn in as many minions as are needed to meet that, and then the minions and guardian monsters take their turn. So we're going to look here. We've got 4. We need 1 more. We can draw 1 from the deck up here. And we drew, okay, a blue Shadow Servant. Interesting. Blue Shadow Servant. So that's actually the second Shadow Servant we have on the board. So there's his standee. And let's see, he is going to spawn at spawn point 5. So I'm going to throw him out here on the board, and then we'll go to his movement when it's time for movement. Let's see spawn point 6. Let's see spawn point 7. Let's see spawn point 8. Spawn point 5. It's covered up. Alright, there we go. Found it. And then we'll roll for his direction. Alright, cool. So remember, the first thing we do is we roll for rating. Starting the skeletal grunt and working our way through. 10, it happens. Okay, well, that's a thing. Guess we're gonna go be hanging out at the entrance. Red Wraith. No. Blue Orc Siegebreaker. Almost. Goblin Footman obviously already is. Blue Shadow Servant. No. Alright, cool. So that takes care of all that. So yeah, now let's go to the board and actually move these guys around. Alright, here we are with Skeletal Grunt. So his movement is a D6 +2, but remember, he is raiding, and you'll notice he is on a siege tile with Bing Bang Boom, the numbers, so 1 to 3 and 4 to 6. So he's actually headed south. So he's got a D6 +2. And remember, at this point we don't go by the path, right? We're not going by the patrol route. We're going by the shortest distance. So that's a total of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where he's at. Now let's go to the Red Wraith in the corner. Alright, so here we are with the Red Wraith in the corner. This is not raiding, but it's probably going to land on a patrol route, so let's just go ahead and roll that while we're rolling. So 4 + 3, that's 7, and it's going to choose green when it chooses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, chooses green. 5, 6, 7. Now, we roll 16 to 20, it takes another turn. Crap, it does, okay. Doing the same thing, a D6 +3, and we'll roll the patrol route because he is right there by that decision point. 4. That's a 7 again, going green. He's going to continue heading north. Alright, so 7 going north. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because that was the green footprint there. And rolling again, 16 to 20. Oh, did you see that? That was almost a 17. So that red wraith is done. Wow. I mean, could have been worse. Alright, let's go to the blue Orc Siegebreaker. Alright, this guy right here, simple D6 plus 2. Total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not at a decision point yet. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Goblin Footman. Now this red one is raiding. Alright, here we go. So I've got him turned that way to remind me that, remember on the siege tile there was an option. There was a 4 to 6, 1 to 3 to south. He's going this way. So he's got a D6 plus 3. Okay, so that's an 8. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and his card has Screeching Alarm. When a raiding Goblin Footman ends their turn, they roll a d20. On a result of 16, 20, any minion within a 6 space radius is instantly converted into a raiding minion. No line of sight is needed. So, we'll make this roll. Wow. That was a 1. So apparently he's out of breath. He can't call an alarm. But if he had, let's look at that. Well, yeah. Yeah. So you can see right there's the raid. Remember, there's no line of sight needed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow, I think he would have activated, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. He would have that wraith would have turned into a raiding minion. Wow. Lucky us. Now, but here's the thing though. If we look at how close he is to the siege tile, he is close. So potentially, I mean, he won't get there next round, but in 2 rounds, he'll definitely get there. So we've got to get there and stop him. I think we're going to be okay because Carrick is fairly close. I think he can get over there in time. But it's going to be close. Very, very, very close. Okay, so that takes care of him. So now we have the blue Shadow Servant that we spawned. Alright, so first let's pick a direction because he's on a spawn zone. That is a green. It's a D6 plus 3. It's a total of 5. Green 5. Green is going back this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He does not have in his card. He does not have that Shadow Step. Right down here. This is just a regular bog standard. Nothing special about him. Shadow Servant. Okay. So that is all the movement. And that completes this round. So yeah, so we did really well. Everybody's alive, which for us is an accomplishment. And yeah, cool. We got some good loot. The Guardians were stingy, but we got some good loot. And yeah, I think we're good to go. So remember, starting next turn, we're on the count. The countdown to extraction. And so we'll just be kind of running around, cleaning up mobs as best we can. Maybe trying to do some mining. Actually, that's what I'll probably have Albus do, is go try to grab another pickaxe since we got all this money. Might as well do that. Go ahead and get torches and pickaxes, because we'll want those for the future. And yeah, I think we're in a pretty good place. And remember, this is just Quest Table 1. Folks, we've got 2 more quest tables. So when I said buckle in for a long playthrough, this is, I believe, like round 12, if I remember right, maybe 12 or 13. We've got basically 3 more rounds before we're out. So you're looking at 15 or 16 rounds, maybe per quest table. So at a third of the way through, we've got another 32 rounds if we keep this pace. Yeah, it's gonna be busy. But that's it. Again, thank you guys for watching and subscribing. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough. I know it is long. This is a long game, but man, if you're a dungeon crawl fan, this is the game for you. It's an awesome game. I do enjoy the solo combat for a couple reasons. Number one, you can reuse your same weapons, which when you play in the regular mode, you can't. Your hero can only use a weapon once during the combat. And when you rally, it's using the whole turn. So, but you do have 6 heroes, right? So you do have a much broader variety of heroes, which means you have more abilities and you have more options, and you can kind of dole out the damage potentially amongst all your people, instead of like we're having, 2 people are taking a lot of damage. But the fact that we get to basically use our weapons as chain guns, as they said on the Facebook saw post the other day. When I was asking about something, they said basically your weapons are now chain guns, which is fun. It makes sense. You get to swing your sword more than once. You get to fire more than one arrow. But hey, when you miss, you're taking a lot of damage. So it works out. And we're playing with traps, which is making it harder. And we're not playing with a scalable difficulty. If we were playing with a scalable difficulty at level 1, we'd be -6 to all these rolls. So where we would have to roll, say, a 17 for a strength test, we'd only have to roll an 11. So it would be a lot easier. But we're gonna do it straight up. Now it may be that when Roger officially releases the rules, it may be that we need to use that scalable difficulty. But for now, I'm doing it without it, and we'll see. That may be my downfall. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Check out our other videos on the channel. Leave comments below if you saw anything that's messed up. Let me know if you're enjoying the playthrough. If you've got the game, who your favorite characters are, what you've done, what scenarios you've done if you've played this map. And we will see you, my friends, in the next video. Bye, guys.